Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Eisen from Cure Your Dog's Cancer. Over the next few minutes, I'd like to explain some things to you that could literally save your dog's life. It's valuable information that just can't be found anywhere else on the internet. You know, finding out your dog has cancer is really a horrible thing. It can be scary, and it's so difficult to get good and reliable information. There are so many different opinions and options, and perhaps you've even gone on a Google marathon to find out everything you can about dog cancer from the internet. That's perfectly understandable. You would probably do almost anything you could to save your dog's life, and I would like to help you. The first thing that is important for you to know is that even if you spent thousands of hours searching the internet, there's very little chance that you would find the best remedies to cure your dog's cancer. And it would literally take you years just to scan the millions of listings. Yes, you might find one or two things here or there that are effective. The problem is that those one or two things may not work on your dog. You see, there's no magic bullet or just one or two things that are significantly effective on all dogs. You probably found out your dog had cancer from your veterinarian. If a tumor was found, it may have been recommended that it be surgically removed. If it is feasible to remove the tumor without high risk, depending on where the tumor is located and you can afford it, I would recommend that you do that. Whether the tumor is removed or not, it's important for you to realize that there are still cancer cells in your dog's body. And because of this, even if the tumor was removed, it is likely that if you don't take the proper precautions, at some point the cancer will return. Even after many tumors are removed, the prognosis for your dog can be poor, with life expectancy being only a few weeks or months. Your vet may have recommended a course of radical treatments like radiation or chemotherapy. The problem with those treatments are, number one, they're toxic and destroy your dog's immune system, which needs to be strong to effectively fight cancer. Their effectiveness is also very limited. If a dog undergoes these treatments and lives for 8 months, in vet speak, it's called a cure, even if your dog dies from the same cancer in 9 months. In fact, only 1 in 5 dogs lives for even 2 more years after this type of treatment. And the quality of life and side effects from this type of treatment can be devastating. While many vets claim that the side effects are not as bad as those in people who receive these types of treatments, there is actually no scientific data that confirms this. And even if that was true, it's really no great consolation because there's still a relatively high percentage of dogs that suffer from these side effects. They can even require hospitalization. And the cost can be very prohibitive, ranging from $4,000 to $10,000 in just the first 6 months. I'm going to save you a lot of time right now. I'm going to give you an outline of all the things you might find in your Google marathon and why they have limited chances of success. The first is snake oil. Now, by snake oil, I don't mean oil from snakes, even though oil from snakes would probably be better than a lot of those potions sold on the internet because it has a high concentration of omega-3 fatty acids. What I mean by snake oil are these very expensive formulas that are sold online and include a mixture of herbs or other botanicals in one bottle. Most of them have only 1 or 2 ingredients backed up by science to do things such as bolster the immune system, which is good, but in many cases is just not an approach that's comprehensive enough. Most of the ingredients have little or no scientific evidence of effectiveness for dog cancer at all. Yet many of these tonics are backed up by impressive testimonials. But as you know, in today's world, some people will do anything to sell a product for profit, including making up fake testimonials. And even if these testimonials were real, how would you know that they only came from 5% of the people who used the product, and the other 95% didn't have the same results? The next thing you are likely to find in your Google marathon are dog cancer forums and discussion boards where people describe what they're doing for their dogs with cancer. I have joined and searched through the posts of every dog cancer discussion group I could find on the internet. To my dismay, I have found that most dog owners are pretty much in the dark. They're starved for information, and only a very small fraction, in my opinion, have the necessary knowledge to be effective. Fragments of understanding pop up here and there, but nothing that could really be considered a comprehensive, reliable strategy for treating dog cancer. And by the way, if you in any way doubt what I told you earlier about chemotherapy and radiation, then I encourage you to go to some of these forums and search for the people who've put their dogs on these treatments. You'll find that in an overwhelming majority of the cases, their dogs did not do well or have good outcomes. Many participants in the discussion groups were treating their pets with a single product claimed by its marketers to be the answer to canine cancer. They had hoped that they had found the magic bullet, a perfect remedy that works in all cases. Unfortunately, no such remedy exists. Others were using more than one substance, but were blindly trying to guess their way to a cure. I'm sure some of these attempts were accidentally successful. Unfortunately and sadly, confusion and wishful thinking are the norm in these discussion groups. And last but not least, your website search will bring you to books, blogs, and websites by veterinarians. Veterinarians are great when it comes to treating dogs with acute problems like infections, heartworm, and trauma. Unfortunately, however, there are no standard veterinary protocols for treating dog cancer. And the only cancer treatments they learn about in school are the toxic ones we've already discussed, despite the fact that the scientific evidence of effectiveness of those treatments show that they're not very good. Some of them do learn about alternatives from their own study, but no veterinarian I am aware of has the extensive knowledge and background of alternative treatments that can only come from years of study. Therefore, even the ones who have written books about dog cancer are heavily slanted towards toxic treatments and lack comprehensive knowledge about alternative treatments. I know, because I have read every book about dog cancer treatment and every blog that exists as far as I know. This is a picture of me with my dog Fergie. After a tumor was removed from her spleen, it was diagnosed as lymphosarcoma, and she was given 4 to 6 weeks to live. She lived 31 times longer than that to her full, normal life expectancy. But it was no accident. She received the best scientifically proven natural cures available. I have just released a new book that can show you what I did with Fergie. The difference between my book and anything else you can find is that I have taken the most successful and scientifically valid holistic cancer treatments that have been successful with people and applied them to treating dogs. A treatment approach that simply can't be found anywhere else on the internet. Not from any veterinary sites, not from any books written by veterinarians or others, not from natural medicine sold in a bottle, and not on any dog cancer discussion forums. I'd like to show you how to do this for your dog as well. Right now I'm offering a very special limited offer for my book. It's only available for a limited time and it could change at any time. If you'd like to take advantage of this offer and also receive a free chapter of my book, just click the link below. And thank you for your time.